Hello and welcome back to Poor Man's Electronics Bench. I am making a little addendum video on the Brymen 869S with the data logger. I had a question where somebody was asking me how the data logger software can save files and what formats it saves them in. While I was doing a little poking onto things, I ran a little evaluation as far as nano Siemens graph. It was an open circuit, so it was close to zero, and it came up with a time data stamp of every 0.5 seconds of close to zero, but I just wanted to see what format it could save data in. Now I started and stopped the acquisition, and I want to save it, and normally it would save in a data logger star.353 file, which I did save one as. And what I did is I went back in with Notepad just to see what that was going to look like. And in that log file I had to change this to look into all files. And there's the file that I just created. I'm going to open, and it's basically coded gibberish at this point, so that is one way it saves data. But now all is not in despair. Don't fear, because we have an export. We can export the data logger as a meta file, a bitmap, or a text data only. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the text data only into that same folder. I'm just going to do a test. Save that, export, and then I'm going to go back into Notepad and look for that particular file. And the CSV is a comma separated value, so it should basically be, comes up as an open office type extension. But that is the data in Notepad. It is a comma separated value file, which means normally if I open this, it would open with Google Sheets. It might open with Google Sheets if you have Microsoft Office, or if you have Open Office, which is a Windows freeware equivalent of Microsoft Office with Excel spreadsheets. This data would columnize for you in rows and columns for values. So it does save in a CSV format. And the other thing I didn't try is a bitmap. I'll just try to save that as a test bitmap. And then I'll go back into that folder. Well, I'll open up my Paint software here. The regular Microsoft Windows Paint. Open and go back into my documents, Brymen log files. Says all picture files, bitmap files. I'll have to try that again. Brymen log files. I'm just going to try to save it as an untitled bitmap. Oh, I didn't do an export. There it is. Probably that's why. I'm kind of new to this computer thing. Untitled, and that saves the graph as a bitmap. So if you're interested in saving the graph view as a bitmap, it is there as well. So that, and cutting back into things, I figure I would check out the meta file as well. I just want to go save it as a file and browse, and the extensions for the meta file are a .emf or a .wmf. So I really don't know much about those particular extensions on files, but if anybody gets interested that does handle files in that format, that is the other available choice. I can save that, and then I can try to open that up in a text editor as well. Spreadsheet, G53. Oh, I didn't export it again. Okay, let's try that again. Got to do that pesky little export function. And that is more coded gibberish, so I'm not sure exactly what type of format that is, but those are the 4 options you have available for saving the information to be opened either in the text editor or in the spreadsheet documentation. So I hope that satisfies some information for the person that was asking and for anybody else that is interested in the software as far as saving data. And I thank you for viewing back in to check out information on this if you were interested in it. And please feel free to return with more viewing of more silly things going on in the future. And if you like the content, please feel free to like and subscribe. This content is available on YouTube and Odyssey.com. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Hope you return soon.